Arsenal have gone to the San Siro and dominated. We'll be analysing the game and showing why Arsenal have silenced critics about their lack of central progression, and also analysing what this game means for the future. But before I do begin, if you are new here, please do hit the subscribe and the like button as well. But let's get on with the video. There's been a lot of talk about Arsenal's inability to progress the ball centrally, but against Inter Milan, we saw Arsenal do exactly that and progress the ball centrally in many different ways. In this specific sort of scenario, we've got Saliba on the ball and he's about to play the ball into Eze. And I think the role of Eze is very, very important into how Arsenal are centrally sort of penetrating the opposition, because I think he's so key. So Saliba plays that ball into the middle. Eze receives it, and you can already see where his body weight is. His body weight is going towards this side, and this is what you get with Eze in the number 10. He's able to manipulate the ball and open up new angles and quicken up the attack, and that's what Arsenal have been missing. And you're about to see it. From looking like he's going to the left, he changes his body and he's now facing towards the middle, and that little change is so pivotal to how Arsenal move the ball centrally. And because he's somebody who likes to combine with a centre forward and play off one, he's able to see Gabriel Jesus sort of up against his defender. He's going to fire that ball into the middle. But one thing I want you to note is the amount of bodies in and around Eberechi Eze, or the amount of bodies that Arsenal have got in this attack. You've got Miles Lewis-Skelly, Marino, Jesus, and of course Eze himself, creating this sort of square-like structure really in terms of Inter Milan. They're not able to handle the amount of bodies that Arsenal have got in and around the ball to be able to play off the second balls. And that ball goes into Jesus, like I said. Here is Gabriel Jesus holding up the ball, and he's able to then give it into Mikel Marino, who's in and around him. And that's the joy of having so many bodies. Look, you've got Miles, Marino, Eze coming in, and Jesus. You're able to win those little knock-ons from your centre forward and start playing quickly. The ball goes into Miles Lewis-Skelly, who we see fires it across this place. And why Arsenal were able to sort of capitalise on this ball going across goal is because they're essentially man v man in the box, and you get that with Marino and Eze profiles because they're so box dominant. They're so important to a team scoring goals in the box because they know how to pick up those second balls. So the ball goes across. We see even Jurien Timber in the middle. He has a scuff shot, we can already see it. Not the greatest of shots, but you buy your luck by having that many bodies in the box, Arsenal. It goes to Gabriel Jesus, who's able to score. So Arsenal able to progress the ball through the middle. Eze quickens the attack, changes the angle, fizzes it into Jesus, and then it's up to Arsenal with the amount of bodies we've got in and around Jesus. We're able to play and sort of by our own luck with Timber taking a little bit of a shot like that. Here's another instance. We see David Raya on the ball, and Arsenal were progressing the ball through the middle so well. I think the role of William Saliba on the ball is absolutely superb. I mean, the way he's about to receive this, Raya's obviously got the ball. He's going to fire it into Zubimendi, who will then give it into Saliba. So let's now progress this into Martin Zubimendi. The ball is here, and he's able to quickly move it over to William Saliba. And this is why I like Zubimendi as the lone number 6/8, because he's a metronome. I think when you have him and Odegaard, you have too many players that want to dictate the rhythm of the game. I think we pretty much saw Zubimendi at his best because he was able to dictate Arsenal's build-up. So Saliba has it, and we're about to see him drive so well. Look how far he goes with this ball. And when I talk about central progression, look at Saka here. Look at Eze. Look at Marino. Arsenal really was squeezing the space in the middle. They had players able to sort of be comfortable in these zones, and then you've got players off the shoulder, Jesus, Trossard, Timber on the outside. The right blend of runners with players able to receive in the middle and players able to play those balls in the middle and trust each other in there. I think that's what you get with Jesus, Saka and Eze, players who are able to receive and be trusted in the middle. So this ball is going to go to Bukayo Saka. Saka receives, and he's about to play this one wide towards Jurien Timber, who's making that run on the outside. Goes to Jurien Timber. Timber then receives, and you can see the off-the-ball runs in there, Saka and Jesus. It's simple for sort of Timber to see those runs off the ball. He plays it. It goes into Bukayo Saka, who's about to play it across goal. And that's what you get, from our own half. We've progressed the ball through the middle with Saka having this free roll to come inside. I think that's the best thing when you haven't got Odegaard near and around him. Saka has that freedom to come inside, and he's so dangerous carrying in there. It goes into the middle, and I think someone's got to be getting across that front stick and getting a touch. But already we're seeing Arsenal sort of force the ball through the middle. Here again is another example. And look at Eze, look at Marino, and then of course you've got Martin Zubimendi. These balls are on because you've got twin number 8s willing to split and are happy to receive the ball into their feet. And that is just really, really good. And the thing that Martin Zubimendi does is he'll bait this sort of press from Barella and is able to open up the angle for this sort of pass to go into Mikel Merino. So let's just move it on. Barella gets baited in, but you still need to have the confidence to play that ball into feet to Mikel Merino. Zubimendi does that. I've gone a bit too far here, but Merino does then eventually find the ball out wide to Leandro Trossard, who's 1v1. So we've done our job there. Ball fired into Mikel Merino, as I've quickly just accidentally gone past that. Then you're able to find your winger in a 1v1 situation, and your job is done as a team. Really, really impressive. Here is another example. And the thing about this Arsenal game is we weren't afraid to also go a bit longer through the centre, because we have a centre forward who can hold up the ball. You can trust him ball to feet, and that is what we were missing. You've got Eze, who's willing to drive and receive in the middle and play those quick balls in there, and Jesus, who's able to receive and hold the ball up. So Saliba's about to play this ball long. As you can see, it goes long. Jesus is able to win it, and then he's able to flick it onto Bukayo Saka, who's in and around him. And I want you to see the amount of bodies that Arsenal have got in and around the ball once again. You've got Merino, you've got Jesus, you've got Saka. You've got always 3-4 players in and around the ball once you've progressed it centrally. And that's what we've been missing. Then you're looking at someone like Eze, who's now in a position to receive. Someone like Trossard as well, making a run on the outside. Arsenal are able to get in a really dangerous situation, and Trossard is here, and we weren't able to make anything of this. But again, progressing the ball through the middle, playing up to your 9. Your 9 then can have players in and around like Saka and Eze and Merino. Then you're off. Really, really like that. Here is another example. This time it's Miles Lewis-Skelly on the ball, who I think had a really strong sort of game. But look at Merino here. And his role in this game. He's about to move into this zone. Miles Lewis-Skelly ducks inside, which was really intelligent. Then he's got the confidence to slide the ball in there where Mikel Merino is. See, when you got Merino, when you got Eze, when you got Jesus, when you got Saka, you've got Trossard as well. They're all comfortable to receive in the middle. So you as a player on the ball, like Miles Lewis-Skelly, feels confident to slide those balls in there. And he slides it in there. It's a bit blurry, but you've got Merino on the ball. And Arsenal are able to get into a situation where they've got Trossard here, and he can play a ball into this zone for the run of Gabriel Jesus. Really, really good. And the final example here, Arsenal again, look at how many bodies they've got in and around the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, you feel confident sort of playing football because you've got players able to receive and play in these middle zones. Merino's on it. He feels confident to fire that into Eze, who's in space. He does that. Eze's about to receive this ball, and he did so well. His first touch here, look at that first touch. Puts it in a position for him to strike it first time. Maybe a more confident Eze, a more sharper Eze would have done a bit better with that opportunity, but that's what you get. Fire those balls into your 10, who's comfortable in and around the box to get shots off like that. Really, really impressed with Arsenal today. It was saved by Sommer, this specific incident, but Arsenal got it spot on. And another thing that I was really impressed with Mikel Arteta is I thought the starting lineup, we had 3 players who like to receive ball to feet. I felt we needed 1 runner, but it's okay because we were going to have a lot of the ball in this sort of game. But certainly, seeing Arteta bring on 2 runners and still leave on 1 player who likes to receive the ball to feet in Saka shows he's starting to understand how to profile his attack. 2 runners, 1 ball to feet player. 2 ball to feet players, 1 runner. Once you get that balance right, Arsenal are going to be unstoppable.